think about a Merc with the tank stim? I'd rather get the damage, frankly. Like, the defense chance isn't worth that much to you. The defense chance we already have as Merc is, like, super low. So increasing this from, like, 5% to 6% isn't going to do that much for you. And then the additional endurance we get is going to get you to, like, 36k or 360k. But with the current way that the stats are working, it's not going to buy you enough. I would rather get the extra accuracy, and then that way you can get a little bit more crit chance. The crit chance you're going to get from the prof stim is going to be way more beneficial to you than running with like an endurance stim. So I can see why some people are tempted by it, but the fact that you're getting two stats that are useful to us as a hold up, this man wants to die. All right. Is much more useful to us, in my personal opinion, compared to running some tank stims. It's just that it doesn't. You get more out of your primary stats than you get out of those like defensive secondary stats. Just gotta watch Doy here because they're gonna have that operative who's gonna play a lot of objectives. Ooh, there's some damage. There's some damage. There's my damage. Holy dick, bro. Let's get the fuck out of there. That does not look like a good time. Hold up. Where'd that operative go? I don't trust this for a second. Oh, never mind. He's here. Never mind. We're good. We're chilling. We're vibing. Reflect yourselves. Eat that reflect. Thank you very much. Mr. Trash Cans. No, thank you. Hey. No. Not allowed, sir. Not allowed. Petition to delete all hotball maps? True and real. Very based, sir. I die here. Goodbye. Yep. I tried to click it off. It was too slow to the draw. Which one is better, PvP before 7.0 or should we ask 7.0? 6.0 is stand. Yeah, I would. What's up, White Fox, by the way? It's good to see you. I'd much prefer 6.3, I'll be honest with you. The 7.0, the way that it's been very simplified is just not as engaging to me, and especially a person like White Fox that's going to be a lot of that sniper gameplay. I can imagine why you're disappointed. Have you been playing a lot of engineering, Mr. White Fox? Because if I were you, that's what I would be doing 24/7 right now. Yeah, engineering is very much the way right now. I've mentioned sniper bits. Thank you. Yeah, it's actually a surprisingly good time right now to be playing engineering, and especially because I know White Fox. White Fox, if you don't know who White Fox is, that's an old school sniper from I think we was either Jungma or Evan Hawk. I saw him chilling for a very long time. A lot of marksman and marksman gameplay, and marksman is so incredibly shit right now that it feels very bad to play. Feels very, very bad to play. Hello, Duke. Woof. So, where's my music? Where'd it go? There we go. We'll fix it live. They're probably going the other side, aren't they? Do no hydraulic, no blades, and bullets, and Walmart. Yeah. The classes just feel like gutted. Just like straight up gutted, which is unfortunate. Bink. So, Marauder is very evil, yeah. Like, there are some classes that really feel it, and there are some classes that don't, which is kind of confusing. Like Fury does not feel gutted. Venge does not feel gutted. Madness, surprisingly, does not feel gutted. But there are some classes where they really took the dick. They really took the dick in terms of it doesn't feel the same to play anymore. Sniper, no healing anymore. Feels very, very squishy. Engineering burst is great as always, but like marksman damage is in the toilet. Virulence is not great. Mercs, not feeling too hot right now. In terms of straight up damage, Merc is not great at all. You're saying Marauder is high CPS? Yeah, Fury Marauder is highest right now. It's still very overpowered. Oh, it's Oder. Hello, brother. Speaking of old school names. Alright. So, but it's good to see you, White Fox. Many a good meme were had between Ye old White Fox and ye old Pike Pinte. Back in the day. In the good times. No. No. Before the dark times. Before the Empire. Yeah, before the Eternal Empire. True, very true. Ow. Oh, fuck. And I hate to stack DCs like that, but that was entirely necessary. We don't pop those, we just straight up die. They're swapping. Hold up. Sir? No. Bunk. Oh my god, they're both here. This is getting out of hand. Now there are two of them. Okay, this is... I'm gonna tunnel right through this. CCU. Kill trash cans, please. Thank you. I don't trust them to not be here still. There he is. Oh, I'd probably still die here. Hold up. No, go back. We're good. Home beans! Oh, fuck. Almost got him. Classic. You know we go with the classic reference. I'm just getting old is what that is. The references were relevant in my time. And now I feel the years slipping by. Now life just gets away from you. Alright, they're definitely still here. Hello. Nope. Bink! That's an unfortunate way to spend it for that. The PvP, I know you PvP for the thoughts of the game story for the OG class stories and the Empire stuff. So I love the class stories. I feel like the game. How do I want to explain? So when you're questing in the OG class stories, right? You are an agent within the larger universe, right? You're not the entire world. You are a single piece in the larger puzzle. And that's a fun feeling in an MMO, to be part of the world and just a small cog in a much larger machine, right? It makes the idea of saying, hey, we're having an issue with 15 Mandalorians, can you go clear them out? And the answer is, yeah, sure, I will play my part because I am relatively more talented than the other morons around me. Instead of like the grunt. I'm not a grunt. I'm better than these guys, but I'm still relatively small in a large universe. When they came out with the Eternal Empire storyline, you became so central to the plot that you're not just the diet chosen, you are the super chosen one. And it loses all sense of class identity when suddenly you're not just the cog in the machine, you are the machine, right? And so now, if I'm running around and some buttfuck nobody comes and says, hey, we're having a problem with 15 Mandalorians, my in-character response should be, go fuck yourself. Go fuck yourself. Do you know what I'm trying? I'm trying to save the galaxy here. Like, hey, I'm currently busy trying to hold off the Eternal Empire. Your 15 Mandalorians can eat a fat bag of shit. You have no idea the amount of stress I'm under right now. You and your side quests, go fuck yourself. But that's not what an MMO is supposed to be, right? MMO is supposed to be, hey, you're a small part of a larger machine. Now you are the machine. And there's no backing down from that cliff, right? You can't hit the reset button and go back to just like world questing when the stakes for your character are supposed to be so high, right? You can't undo that unless you just literally just made the next class storyline. Additionally, there's no longer a sense of like your class meaning anything, because when you go and so say I'm a trooper, right? The entire trooper storyline, your entire class identity is wrapped up and you are on the front lines handling the dirty work, right? It loses all meaning when you become the Eternal Emperor, because there's no difference between you as a trooper and you as a guardian, or you as a warrior, or you as a sentinel, or you as a counselor. It doesn't mean anything anymore, right? Your entire history has been erased, which is really sad. Because the original base game's characters were so well written, and you had such a diverse set of cast of characters. If you brought Torian or Mako or Galt to these different encounters, they'd have all these weird different interactions. It was really cool. It made you want to get to know these characters. Now you're stuck with playing. Okay, I'll quest with Lana, and don't get me wrong. Like Lana, great character. Very, you know what? Give me them Sith titties, all right? But I don't get the same. I don't have the same freedom to make my own decisions of who I want to play with. You are stuck playing with, character A. You don't want to quest with Khalil? Too bad. Here's your Khalil chapter. Enjoy this. I don't want to play with Khalil. I want to play with my romance characters. Bring me back my romance characters. Nah, sorry. You get to play with Khalil. Can I kill her? No. Sorry. Good luck. Well, maybe later on. And so losing the customization of your character is really unfortunate. And it was fun too, because when you would go around and do these different planet quests before, you would have these different weird, cool interactions based on what your class was, right? The smuggler would say something spunky and fun, and you would have the references to what your entire class identity was. Now you're just the Eternal Alliance commander. And of course the smuggler might have like a more fun inflection, but you're not going to get the same level of quirky interactions that you were getting before. Of like, when's the last time you saw the smuggler have some really unique dialogue that made them feel like the smuggler inside the Eternal Alliance, right? You don't, it's the same, you're the same character as everyone else. And when you lose the sense of being unique and cool and like, hey, I want to go and see, what the different classes bring to offer, there's no longer an incentive for me, the player, to go back and quest through that same story again. So like, I've played the class story on my Mercenary. There's no reason for me to go back and play the classes on a different character. I've seen this story. There's no reason for me to go back and quest through those same planets again and see the different interactions, because I've seen them already. And so it limits the amount of story that there is. So say you want to quest through Alderaan, right? Say Alderaan, not that interesting. However, if you go through on different characters, your different characters are going to have different interactions. They have their own quest lines to follow. They have their own unique interactions with even just the base NPCs. However, now I don't want to go back to Manad. I'm sorry, I don't. And so you've taken, if every class on Manan had their own special story, you go from 2 hours of story content to 16 hours of story content. Super cool. Super cool. However, right now you go from 2 hours of story content to exactly 2 hours of story content, which is really tragic. They've also, and this isn't like, I don't mean this to be like the shit on the story content part of the game. But they've turned some of the conversations where they have some of the more fun interactions into old school KOTOR style text interactions. And I know it's a small thing to be different. Like, oh, it's just text instead of voiced. But I want to hear my characters, I want to hear them say the funny thing, right? I want to hear my character and really feel like they're alive instead of just like click the funny conversation icon. It loses the immersion for me when I'm given back into the old school like KOTOR style text, which was really sad. So I love the old school stories. It made me feel like a small part. So too long didn't read, right? The old school stories made me feel like I was a part of the larger machine. And now with the new story, when I'm shoehorned into being the entire machine, I lose the immersion of feeling like I am living inside of this world, right? Yeah, exactly. You've lost the sense of what it means to be that class.
I know, I was gone for
Charles back.
100 years.
So there is my stance on story content. And I don't know how to get off of that cliff unless they literally just like made SWTOR 2. Like that's the unfortunately they've written themselves into this hole. Okay, so look at Manon, right? Did you feel like you were actively was it a rewarding experience to quest on Manon? I did not feel that way. For one, I wasn't that engaged with the story, right? For two, like, shouldn't I be doing better things than be playing fetch quests? I feel like as the Alliance commander, I should be doing more important things than sitting here and going and repairing stations. Do you know who the fuck I am? Like it seems like you don't know who the fuck I am. Allow me to enlighten you. I'm the motherfucker that's gonna burn your house down. All right? You need to recognize my goddamn authority. And they don't anymore, which is sad. Who is it? I never played the new story once. Exactly. There's no reason to. You've already played it. Oh, we lost. That's a shame. We were popping off though. We took a lot of fucking damage. Jesus Christ. Or is it just favorite without a helmet there? You just have force on you. True. This is another weird complaint. I don't mean to complain of too much about the story, but like they've gone back to the same well so many times now. Like, I get it. He's Malgus. He's a cool character, but like, okay, cool. I feel like we've done this before on Ilum, and then on Osis, and now back here again. Like, this is gonna be a weird. I did not enjoy the Malgus. It wasn't like rewarding. Like we hit him a couple times in a flashpoint. Like if you're gonna build him up that much, I want him to be an operations boss. I would rather have Malgus be an operations boss when he has like his big Illidan style fight, right? Operations, like a Revan style operations boss. That'd be awesome. That'd be badass. That would give him the amount of content that he probably deserves. Because for R4 looks like a cool operation, but I don't care about the story. I don't. Nothing's been built up about it. It's not like it's the Dread Masters which we had all this build up for. It's lost the story push for it. So like if you're a story mode operations raider, you can raise your hand. It's fun. What incentive do you have to go do the story mode R4? It's not going to give you good gear. It's just not going to. You could do it just to check it off the list. But it doesn't have the incentive to like finish the story or to go out and see this new content. I don't. Okay, it's a Sith cult. Cool. It's not out yet, no. So, and it looks like a cool fight. It looks like a cool couple of encounters, but there's not the incentives to push people into it. Thanks for the fat follow, Offer. I appreciate it, bro. Are you the operative, the Odur guy? It looks like it's a similar name. The Flash mechanics with him have been kind of sad. Unfortunately, you can't really put him in an operative storyline unless make a solo version like Revan. And see, I would be fine. I would be fine if they did the one-off operation boss like they did with Revan, because that Revan boss is actually pretty cool. Like, it was kind of a pain in the ass, but at the same time, like you are killing Revan. It should be cool, right? It should be this awesome badass fight where you get to fight the character that we all love, that's been built up over 10 years, and you brought out HK, and you have the different operation style or the solo style. Super cool. Super cool. The Malgus fight was kind of like a tank and spank. And when they've built him up for 10 years, it kind of feels like a letdown. That's my opinion.